Hi, I'm Sammy.
And I'm Sylvia.
And we're here to talk to you about the pros and cons of coffee production. Coffee is something some of us need. But you might not see what some coffee companies are hiding from us. With low wages, child workers, destructions of ecosystems, and clear cuts of rainforests, we must change the way we produce coffee if we want to keep it in the market. Well, coffee doesn't just grow on trees. Oh wait, they do.
What we're trying to say is that coffee isn't easy to grow. Many people drink coffee all over the world. You probably drank coffee this morning. Did you know that 77% of the adults all over the world drink coffee? 161 people drank coffee today. That is a lot. Coffee helps us get up in the morning, energizes us throughout the day. For us, coffee is a want. But for the farmers, coffee is a need.
Most coffee farms use a conventional way of farming coffee. This is called sun-grown coffee. Coffee producers choose this type of farming because it's much faster and convenient. But sun-grown coffee is damaging our environment because in order to create this farm, they must clear-cut rainforests, therefore destroying ecosystems. An alternative to sun-grown coffee is shade-grown coffee, which means that coffee is grown under trees and do not threaten habitats.
Farms are turning into factories because of sun-grown coffee. Shade-grown farms are often the last refuge for forest birds because they migrate and move to different locations. Now, with the rapid destruction of our perfect rainforest, the birds must find an alternative habitat.
To modify our extraction process, we could use shade-grown. Shade-grown farms extract less from the earth and provide more homes for birds and other creatures. If we continue using sun-grown coffee, animals will be forced out of their habitats, which is why shade-grown coffee is better for our planet.
Using shade-grown coffee will mean helping 90% more birds find habitats than sun-grown coffee farms. If more birds get their habitats destroyed, they will be forced to leave. So that means their consumers won't have a sufficient amount of prey. The consumer would decrease, leading to a broken food chain. Shade-grown would prevent these disasters.
Brazil is the world's largest producer of coffee. This South American country produces 32% of all the world's coffee. They produce 55 million pounds of coffee annually, and they only consume a fraction of the coffee they make. But this story is completely different with the USA. The United States does not produce any coffee, yet they consume one-fifth of all the world's coffee. Farmers who extract and produce the coffee are not receiving enough pay for the work they do. Millions of farmers around the world right now are facing poverty and a cycle of debt. This forces the children to work alongside their parents in the farms in order to earn enough money. Not only is this dangerous, but it prevents them from getting an education and a better job.
Where this product might be changing. Coffee is also resolving conflicts in some places. Coffee is very valuable to developing countries because coffee production is also a job for people in more than 60 different countries. Also, fair trade coffee is an attempt to develop standards that allows coffee farmers. Fair trade isn't just good for the farmers, it's also socially sustainable. Fair trade allows coffee farmers to earn 3 to 5 times more than selling coffee through conventional mechanisms. Fair trade helps farmers afford the basic necessities of life.
Worldwide, farmers are not getting a sufficient amount of the financial distribution of the retail prices of the coffee. This chart shows how much farmers receive of the price of the coffee in Ethiopia. They only get paid 10% of the price of the coffee. $1 to $5 a day is not a lot for picking coffee. This tiny 10% is nothing compared to what the roasters and retailers get. Imagine, the coffee shop who only has to brew your coffee in a very nice environment get a significantly larger amount of the retail price than the farmers.
If you learned something out of this video,
as a consumer, you might just change the way you buy your coffee, or the type of coffee you buy.
If you take a sip of that warm coffee, think of where it came from, and who made it. Is it fair trade?
Taking coffee out of our market will mean that the farmers will have to pay. Instead, let us change the way you produce it. Think again when you drink